Hey friends, welcome back to another episode of Behind the Arrangement. I'm your host, Gabison, and this is Behind the Arrangement! So, I've loved Ed Sheeran's music pretty much since high school and the release of his first album, Plus. But when his album Divide came out, I listened to that motherfucker night and day. So, naturally, I was the very first person to watch the music videos. But I was taken aback because the whole time I thought Perfect was a love song. Don't get me wrong, it's a love song, but not in the same way that most of his other songs are. Like, watch the music video for Perfect. The entire time, Ed's just getting friend-zoned.
Friend-zone.
Friend-zone. I mean, look at that shit. What the This bitch crazy. She crazy not getting that Ed Sheeran dick. Anyways, after watching the video, I ended up questioning the entire song. So I searched up the lyrics. And my God. It's a love song. But it's not a full-blown love song. See, something like Thinking Out Loud is a legit love song. But in Thinking Out Loud, he's talking about a moment that is, and all the beautiful moments they shared. Like when he says, I'll love you till you're 70, or when he reminisces about how they fell in love at 23, or when he talks about how their legs don't work and they're too old and senile to remember each other's names. That's real love. Whereas when you look at Perfect's lyrics, you have Ed talking about a love he found but isn't quite his yet. One that he's given his all, but they have yet to dive right in. Or he talks about a woman who shares his dreams, but has yet to share his home or children. And all of a sudden, the music video becomes very clear. Ed's not being friend-zoned. He knows that eventually they're gonna share a life of love and happiness together. Just, not yet. And let's face it, everyone has been friend-zoned once or twice. And that's okay, because then you just end up with a lot of friends. And who doesn't want friends? But back to the arrangement. You're probably asking yourself, well, as an arranger, I wanted my arrangement to reflect the melancholy and bittersweet. And to do so, I needed to change something about the music. Either the melody, the harmony, or the rhythm. Where does one even begin? Well, one of my favorite YouTubers, Adam Neely, talks about the various methods to non-functional reharmonization. I'll leave a link in the description about the video I'm talking about. But essentially, he's teaching all the various methods that you can use. And let me tell you, there are a buttload of methods. But towards the end of the video, he ends up talking about how all of these methods can essentially be thrown out of the window because now everything is available to you.
You now have the infinite vastness of the harmonic spectrum at your fingertips.
Even Jacob Collier talks about how, as an arranger, everything is now a possibility.
So once we realize this, it's like, that's great. Now what should we do? What am I supposed to do?
But as an arranger, I don't think having more tools to complete the job is sometimes a good thing. Sometimes it just makes the task more daunting to complete.
And sometimes the paralyzing thing when it comes to arranging, there are too many options, too many things are possible. So that's when it becomes super, super important to be aware of what you want to try and say emotionally.
But later in that same video, Jacob ends up talking to Herbie Hancock, and he gains a wonderful insight on how to make the tough decisions when arranging.
How do you make the choices? There's so much that's possible when you know stuff. How do you have the courage to make a choice?
it comes from just your life experience, and that moves you in a certain direction.
And so when I listen to Ed Sheeran's Perfect, rather than apply all the knowledge and the methods I have available, I decide to reharmonize based on my emotional response to the song. And that emotional response is ultimately based on my own life leading up to this moment. So I take all the parts that really struck me as incomplete, sections where lyrics didn't really match up to the emotion harmonically, and I change them based on my own taste. Darling, just dive right in, follow my lead. I will not give you up this time. She shares my dreams. I hope that someday I'll share her home. But I wanted more. It wasn't enough to strike that emotion in just the ends of phrases or where the cadence happens. I wanted it to play throughout the song. So I wrote a small vamp that plays continuously throughout the song, either on guitar in the verses or piano in the choruses. We're so in love, fighting again. Now see, I love this tiny vamp because it just briefly hits the 7th scale degree of the key, and it just adds so much more tension and release. And for me, that's kind of what love is. Tension and release. Because you're never going to be the same all the time. There's always going to be ups and downs and good and bad, and nothing's ever going to be the same kind of thing. Because love isn't perfect. But who knows? Maybe Ed would disagree with me. Hey friends, thanks for sticking around till the very end. If you liked the video, be sure to check out the cover I did of the song, Ed Sheeran's Perfect. And if you want to see more, be sure to hit the subscribe button. I'll try and come out with content every few weeks. I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so sometimes I just end up getting nothing done. But eventually I'll put something out. Anyways, that's it. I'll see you guys down in the comments.